Good morning, dear students. Today, let's discuss about the cross flow or gas permeation. Yesterday, we have completed the complete mixing or the perfect mixing. If you have any doubt, I hope everyone is clear with that section. And today, we will go about the cross flow mixing or gas permeation. Look at the schematic diagram. The schematic diagram, if you observe it, in the perfect mixing flow, the outlet of the permeate is on the right side, whereas in the cross flow, it's at the bottom because the sheet should be perpendicular to the output since it's a cross flow. So, yesterday in your complete mixing, whatever the direction of the sheet is entering, the same direction is coming out for the permeate. But in this case, the sheet is entering vertically, horizontally, whereas the permeate is coming down in a vertical direction. So there is a difference between your perfect flow and cross flow. Let's see what are the assumptions. The first assumption is that permeate concentration varies along the membrane depending upon the local concentration on the feed side. The second one, permeate gets mixed only at the exit. So when the permeate is coming out of the membrane, at that exit only, at the outlet only, it starts mixing. So the third one is the pressure on each side remains constant throughout and steady state prevails easily. But note, the main driving force is nothing but relative rates of the permeate or feed components at any point will produce the permeate composition at that point only. So now see the design equation. Here we are going to consider a differential element. Since it's a cross flow, we are going to consider a differential, a small differential area in which that differential area, the differential flow is flowing. Flow is nothing but to flow it. So when you write in the mass balance for a differential element, you need to write the differential mass balance only. You cannot write the overall mass balance when you are talking about for the differential. For this particular dq and dam I am talking. The overall material balance can be written. When you are talking about the mass balance, you need to write the differential mass balance. So y dq is equal to dqx. So I am rearranging that equation into dq one side and dx one side. And we are assuming that dq and dx are inherently positive quantities. So we are making the differentiation in terms of dq and dx. So dq by x is equal to dq by q is equal to dx by y minus x. So here we have dx is present on the right side, but in the denominator you are having y and x, two variables. So you need to convert that y in terms of x. So substitute y is equal to alpha x by 1 plus alpha minus 1 into x, where alpha is your local selectivity or the local separating factor. So your dq by q becomes 1 plus alpha minus 1 into x by x into alpha minus 1 into 1 minus x. Now this third equation, assuming alpha is approximately constant, because when you want to derive with respect to x, you need to maintain another variable or another term or another variable to be constant. So we are making alpha to be approximately constant. So now remove this derivative using integration. So integrate your third equation with the limit from q to q naught and x to x naught. Why you are taking q to q naught and x to x naught? The q to q naught and x to x naught is nothing but We are integrating the entire equation from the beginning in the street side fluid till the end of the street side fluid. And the same thing for the concentration also. Since you have considered a small element in your small area or the small element in the entire thing, we are integrating in between the entire limit gives you that small element the entire area. So when you integrate the left side dq by q is very simple to integrate. When you observe the right side, you have x in the numerator, denominator, that's multiplication, which cannot be separated. So, simply I have rearranged 1 plus alpha minus 1 into x into alpha x plus 1 minus x. Because in the denominator, you have 1 minus x as a term. So, to eliminate that, I have rearranged the numerator like this. So, now I can easily split the right term integration into two different integrals. And x in the numerator and denominator in the first integral of the right part, and 1 minus x in the numerator and denominator on the second half of the right part will be cancelled. So simply your integral term will be dq by q integral q to q naught dq by q is equal to alpha by alpha minus 1 into x to x naught 1 by 1 minus x dx plus 1 by alpha minus 1 integral x to x naught 1 minus x dx. Now it was easily we can integrate this particular equation. After integrating and applying the limits, I have obtained ln of q naught by q is equal to ln of x naught by x power 1 by 1 minus alpha and 1 minus x by 1 minus x naught power alpha by alpha minus 1. So both the sides you have ln, so you can eliminate ln, and I have returned this particular equation in terms of q. So here the q is in the denominator. So this q is sent to the right side and the right part is sent to the left side. So simply I have inverse the x naught by x into x by x naught and 1 minus x naught by 1 minus x instead of 1 minus x by 1 minus x. Clear? So now we need to calculate what is the permeation rate. What we have done in our complete mixing, I have told you that the permeation rate is nothing but the flux into the area. Since here we have assumed a differential element dAm, so it will become a local permeation rate. So stream A, the local permeation rate is as usual y dy by dq is equal to Pa dash by Lm into P1x minus P2y into dAm, where P1, P2 are the edges of the feed side and permeate side. So now similarly we are going to write for the stream B, means the component B. Similarly, instead of y and x, I am substituting 1 minus y and 1 minus x. So now dividing equation 5 and 6, I have obtained y by 1 minus y is equal to alpha psi into x minus p2 by p1 into y divided by 1 minus x minus p2 by p1 into 1 minus y. So this equation is nothing but, your seventh equation is nothing but is the permeate composition with respect to the rigid composition at a point along the path. So now let's see what will be the solution for your above 7 equations. Since it's a differential derivative equation, it's in a form of a derivative form, you cannot easily obtain the solution experimentally. It's not that much such easy to obtain it. So, we have a good scientist named Weller and Steiner who proposed the analytical solution for the design equation. And the solution is 1 minus theta star into 1 minus x by 1 minus xs is equal to us minus e by d by u minus e by d into r, us minus alpha star plus s by u minus alpha star plus s into s, us minus s by u minus s into t, where your theta star equals to 1 minus q by qs, I equals to E, R, T, D, S, S and U are as defined. So using these values, if you substitute in the above 8 equations, you will obtain the result. So now remember some important points. US is the value of US, I is equal to IS, which equals to xs by 1 minus x. And theta psi is a fraction permeated up to the value of x. And when you're talking at the end of the membrane, at the outlet of the membrane, your theta psi is always equal to theta for a cross flow, because at the end your x is equal to x naught. That tells you that the total fraction is permeated at the outlet. So let's see how can we have the permeate stream, how can we calculate the composition of the exit permeate stream, which is your YP, as we have done in our complete mixing using the material balance, the overall material balance. See, the overall material balance will not change. So a cross flow or counter flow or complete flow, because when you're talking about the overall material balance, inlet is equal to sum of outlet. Inlet equals to outlet. So in the cross flow or the complete flow, the inlet is your seed and your outlet is your residue plus permeate or reject plus permeate. So that overall material balance will not change. So using that formulas only, we have calculated the exit permeate stream. Yp is equal to xs minus x naught into 1 minus theta by theta. So previously we have seen the flux, we have seen the permeation rate at a local permeation rate using DAM, right? So now see what is the total membrane area that was given by the great scientist Vella and Siemens. It's nothing but AM equals to some integration part. So now you need to calculate your Yp and Am. And how can we integrate this Am? So this Am can be easily integrated, means there is a theta star present in that. So that can be theta star can be easily obtained from your equation 8. So from your equation 8, you are going to calculate the theta star and substitute in your equation 10. Clear everyone? So here I have given some IS and I0, which is nothing but the value of I at the feed and at the I0 is at the outlet. Clear everyone? I hope everyone is clear with today's section. We shall meet you when you have any doubts. Thank you for today's class. Take care.